Hello friends, welcome to Pathways Academy. Myself Suraj. So today we are going to start with a new course, new program to discuss places that came in newspapers. So we'll be discussing all the places from different kinds of newspaper like the Hindu, Indian Express, Times of India, many newspapers and current affairs articles and all. So we'll be covering all the places that has been in news or current affairs recently from global and Indian scenario. First, we'll start with Mundra Port. Mundra Port is in Gujarat. So this is the port. It is actually the biggest private sector port, container port in India. It is located in Gujarat, as you can see here. This is Kandla port. This is the tidal port of India, Kandla. It is located in Gulf of Kutch. You know that Gujarat has two gulfs. One is Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat. So this Mundra port and Kandla port, both the port are located in Gulf of Kutch region of Gujarat, southern part of Bhuj region of Bhuj and Gandhidham region of Gujarat. So this port, that is Mundra port, was recently in news regarding some, 20. It celebrated the 25th anniversary recently. Okay, so it's a private sector port. We know that we have major ports comes under Ministry of Shipping and Navigation, but this port is private sector port. At the same time, Kandla port is a central sector or major port of government of India. Mundra port comes under, or it is the largest private container port in India. It plays a pivotal role in the country's maritime activities because we have some facts like, see, it's an all-weather port and it's a deep draft all-weather port, and it stands as the critical hub for various maritime operations. See, this particular port carries almost 33% of the nation's container traffic. That itself, you got the point. From this point itself, you will get that. So this region has, this port has a pivotal or vital role in the maritime traffic of India. Okay, so it is managed by Adani. It comes under Adani Port Limited. So Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited, that is APSES. It is the India's leading commercial commercial port operator. So Mundra Port handles approximately 33% of the national container traffic. And at the same time, with a handling capacity of 260 million metric ton, the port efficiently manages over this much amount of materials in 2022-23 financial year. Okay, equivalent to nearly 11% of India's total maritime cargo. That's a huge number. Almost 11% of the total maritime cargo is handled by this particular private port, not any other major port. Okay, so utilizing its 26, so it has more berth and docks. So the container movement will be very faster than any other ports of India. So that's what it's very important, and it celebrates the 25th anniversary very recently. Okay, so yes, other features. Yes, of course, we already know that it is located on the northern shores of Gulf of Kutch region, near Mundra in the Gulf of Kutch district of Kutch district of Gujarat. The port boasts the strategic location because you know that textile center of India like Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and all. So Ahmedabad is very near to this port. So Kandla port and this Mundra port has a very big role in moving textile materials and all from India through these two ports. Okay, so functioning as a, yes, we already discussed this thing, and it recognized as a special economic zone, that is SEZ. The port contributes significantly to the economic activities within the designated zone. So it is already designated as an economic zone, special economic zone. So this is the news regarding this port recently in news. It was mentioned, it was in the newspaper, the Hindu, the Indian Express, all other current affairs compilations and all. So please focus this area in your notes. So we are moving to the second place in news. It is not a place, it's a river, Bias River. Recently, there was an issue. There was a catastrophic event on the banks of Bias River. So the Bias River surged due to intense rainfall in the Mandi region of Himachal Pradesh in July 2023. Okay, so because of this torrential rainfall happened in the Mandi district of Mandi region of Himachal Pradesh. So this region, the particular town region, populated region, got flooded due to the overflowing of the river Bias. Okay, so yes, we know that this river originates from Bias Kund of Himachal Pradesh. It is near to Kulu, Kulu and Manali, right? So it is very near to Kulu. Kulu district. From Kulu district, it starts and enters into the Punjab region and all. So the Bias takes its source from Bias Kund. This is the origin of a river. See, whenever you study about a river, you study the origin, the source of the river, and the draining place where it is actually ending. So river Bias starts from Bias Kund, a region in Himachal Pradesh itself. It's not a transboundary river. It is actually originating within the India's territory, that is Himachal Pradesh. That's Bias Kund region. That is Kulu district of Himachal Pradesh. So Bias Kund is a glacial lake situated in Himachal Pradesh, Kulu district. Okay, spanning two Indian states, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. I told you it starts from Himachal Pradesh, Kulu region, then it enters into Punjab region and coursing through varied terrains from its origin to its confluence with the Satluj river in Punjab. In Satluj river, it drains. See, the best way to study on rivers. See, I'm a geography faculty. That's what this trick is very useful for your preparation. See, whenever you study about drainage system and all, don't take all the rivers together. Take one by one. Like if you're going to study the drainage system of India, don't study together. You just need to look into the rivers one by one in different times. For example, if you're reading the newspaper, you got a news regarding Bias River. Then you just mark the source and the draining plans or the confluence with any. If that river is draining into an area of Indian coastline, so you should focus where it is ending and out. So that is the best way. So whenever you are looking into the river, you just look into the source and the draining place, then the confluence. I mean tributaries. If there is any distributaries, you have to look into. And if the deltaic area or the draining place is famous for anything else like a biosphere reserve or a wildlife sanctuary and all, you need to focus on. Then please find the wildlife sanctuaries and other protected areas located on the banks of these rivers. Okay, so this is and if there is any dams and reservoirs or towns are located on the river bank, please mention that too in your notes. Okay, so carving through Himalayas and surrounding valleys, the Bias River sculpts the breathtaking landscapes featuring deep gorges, verdant forests, and picturesque meadows along its journey. See, these meadows are very famous. Some valleys of Himachal Pradesh like Spiti Valley and Lohit Valley, these are all Lahul Valley and Kangra Valley and all are very famous. So it flows through Himachal Pradesh, making these kind of landforms. So along its course, Biar meets with several other rivers and streams, creating captivating confluences. Notably, it joins with the Parbati River. Parbati River is very famous. It's the river which flows through Himachal Pradesh again, forming this Manikaran Jisar, Manikaran hot springs, the areas with high geothermal energy potential region in India is located on very near to the bank of Parbati River. So it is and the renowned Bandar Kulu Gorge is also Bandar Kulu Gorge. In Bandar, you have an airport too. It's the major airport of Himachal Pradesh. So next one is the river lies entirely within the borders of India. This is the very important point because most of the rivers of or tributaries of Indus rivers like Satluj, Jalam River, and many other rivers are originating from China or India and draining into some parts of Pakistan and all. But Bias entirely flows through India. It is the river which entirely flows through India in Indus drainage system. Okay, it starts from India and ends in India, so that it actually confluence merge with the Satluj River within Punjab district. So I mean Punjab state. So that's it. Then Satluj enters Pakistan, and it confluence with the Indus. Bias has its origin in the Sanskrit name Vipasha. It is the Sanskrit name or ancient name of the river Bias. So these are the tributaries, the major tributaries of the river Bias: Parbati, Bain, Banganga, Luni, and Pahal. It is actually Pahal. Okay, Pahal, Chaki Gaj, Patlikula, Sainj, Sukheti, and Tirtha. So these are all the major tributaries of Bias, but not that much important. But this, some of the rivers are very big. Like Parvati river is actually taking a long course before it is draining into the river Bias. So these are the major tributaries. Okay. And is there any dams in our Bias river? Yes, of course, we have a very famous dam called Pong Dam located in the Bias River. Maharana Pratap Sagar, it is also known as Maharana Pratap Sagar Dam. So this Pong Dam is also a Ramsar site. It comes under Ramsar Convention. So it's a Ramsar site too. So Pong Dam, Maharana Pratap Sagar Dam. And then comes Pando Dam, then Larji hydroelectric projects. All these dams and hydroelectric HEPs are actually in the river Bias. Okay, don't forget. So this is all about the river Bias. So there was news regarding a lot of disastrous or catastrophic things happened on the river bank Bias. So don't forget, it will be in news. I mean, in your question papers, especially a lot of questions are recently coming from the location or location based questions are actually compulsory one in all previous year preliminary examinations and all. So you can look into it. So if you check the previous year question paper, you will get to know that, I mean, a lot of questions are coming from this region, okay, from this particular topic. Okay, so this is all about Bias River. We are moving to the next place in news. Yes, we are moving to the next place in news. So Yangon. This region is located in Myanmar. Okay, Yangon is located in actually Myanmar. It is actually the old name of Rangoon. You may have heard about Rangoon, especially in modern history and all. A lot of Indian leaders were taken into custody by British army, and they were put into jail of Rangoon region and all. And regarding INA, Indian National Army and all, you may heard about this region called Rangoon. So it is actually the modern name of Rangoon, Yangon. Okay, so it is nothing but a region in Myanmar. So you can see here, this is the Yangon region. So if you take the this is India's border, this is Bangladesh border, and this is northeastern border of India from Arunachal Pradesh up to Mizoram. So this is a very small border of Bangladesh with Myanmar. So here in Myanmar, you can see this deltaic region. This is the delta of Irrawaddy or Airavati river. So you can see here. So this region is what we call Yangon. Okay. So what is the news? What is the context of this place? So 3 Chinese Navy ships have arrived in Myanmar on a goodwill visit as a part of renewed Chinese defense engagement amid Chinese concern about a surge of fighting between Myanmar and junta forces or insurgents near Chinese border. Recently, from I think from last 2 months and all, there were news coming from, especially in October, November and all. There was a lot of news coming from the Chinese Myanmar border regarding some insurgency and the fight between Myanmar junta forces and the Chinese insurgents and all. So there was news regarding it. So yes, already there was a tension between China and Myanmar junta forces. So regarding this news is actually regarding this. Amid this Chinese Myanmar tension over this border, so there were three there are 3 Chinese Navy ships have arrived in Myanmar's this Yangon region. This is a coastal region. So 3 Chinese ships arrived here. It's very near to Andaman Sea, Andaman Nicobar and all. It is actually north of Andaman Sea. Okay. So actually this Yangon region shoreline. Their coastline is actually with Andaman Sea, north of Andaman Sea. Okay, so Yangon is situated in the southern part of Myanmar along the east bank of Yangon, that is another name, Yangon River, north of Gulf of Martaban in the Andaman Sea. So it is actually north of Andaman Sea. This gulf is known as Gulf of Martaban. Okay, Martaban. It's actually the northern portion of Andaman Sea. This gulf is called the northern portion of this Andaman Sea is called the Gulf of Martaban. Okay, that's it. Yangon was known abroad as Rangoon until 1989. I told you it is the older name. Yangon is the modern name of Rangoon. Okay. Until 2006, Yangon served as the capital of independent Myanmar. Now we already know that Naypyidaw is the capital of Myanmar. Before that, before 2006, the capital was Yangon. So it's a very important thing. From 1948 up to 2006, it served as the capital of Myanmar. Yes. So this is the news regarding Yangon. It is as the largest city in Myanmar. Yangon holds the significance as the primary industries and commercial center of the country. It hosts the most of the industrial areas and all. City sides the low ridge surrounded by a deltaic alluvium. We already know that Irrawaddy River, Airavati or Irrawaddy River flows through this region. That's what this forms a very big delta because of the alluvium from the river. So the most notable building in Yangon is the Shwedagon Pagoda. It is actually Shwedagon Pagoda. Okay, it's a it's a religious place. Shwedagon Pagoda. It's a Buddhist temple. Okay, it's a religious place. It's a Buddhist temple complex located in Yangon region. Okay, so this is the cultural significance of this particular region. So Yangon, don't forget, it is nothing but Rangoon. Okay, Rangoon of Myanmar. We are coming to the next place in news. The next place in news is nothing but a protected area. It's called Asola Batti Wildlife Sanctuary. Recently, Delhi government had made some eco-friendly activities, like the government's forest department is about to organize an event named Walk with Wildlife. Okay, Walk with Wildlife to connect people with the nature, like the concept of biosphere and all. So, forest department of Delhi started to do an event called Walk with the Wildlife. There's nothing. It includes. It actually happens in Asola Batti Wildlife Sanctuary, and it includes a walkathon, marathon, and a cyclothon. Okay, so different kinds of activities are organized by Delhi Forest Department. So let's discuss this wildlife sanctuary, where it is located, what is the important significance of this sanctuary and all. Let's see. Okay, so it is located within Delhi. Okay, Delhi Union Territory. So its name is Asola Batti Wildlife Sanctuary. So it is actually located in the southern Delhi ridge of the Aravalli Hill Range. We already know that. So from geography, Indian geography, you may know that the northern portion of Aravalli mountain range is called the Delhi Ridge. You know about the parliament. I mean, Rashtrapati Bhavan is located over a hill called Raisina Hill. It is also a part of Delhi Ridge, which is a part of, this is the northernmost point of what Aravalli Hills. So Aravalli Hills start from Ahmedabad. It runs through Rajasthan, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Haryana, and of course Delhi Union Territory. So in Delhi and Haryana, we call this portion of Aravalli as Delhi Ridge. So it's a part of Delhi Ridge. It is located in Delhi Haryana border, encompassing parts of southern Delhi, Faridabad, and Gurugram district of Haryana. So you already seen this diagram. Yeah, this is Asola Batti Wildlife Sanctuary. So it's a very important sanctuary, as this region is very vulnerable to environmental issues and all, because this region hosts the most of the industrial areas, and you already know that Haryana has the lowest forest cover in India. So this region is in the verge of a lot of environmental issues like contamination of soil, contamination of groundwater with the heavy metals and all. So this region is a very eco-sensitive zone because of the development that take place over national capital region of Delhi. Okay, so positioned at the convergence of Delhi Ridge and Indo-Gangetic Plain. On the eastern part, you have plains, Yamuna plains are there. So the sanctuary holds the immense biodiversity because of this presence, because it hosts some hills at the same time. Plains can also be seen on the eastern part. So hence you can see very good wildlife or biodiversity. So yes, this region host a lot of vegetation, especially dry deciduous forests, as this region gets less rainfall than most of the areas of India, because this is the interior portion of India. So it gets less than 100 centimeter of rainfall. That's what you can see, dry deciduous forest here. Okay. Notable flora includes dominant exotic species Prosopis juliflora. It's a question from in preliminary examination of 2017, I think. So, and the dominant native species Diosporus montana. Okay, both of these plants are, I mean, Prosopis juliflora is an invasive species. It was asked in the preliminary examination earlier, and Diosporus montana is nothing but a native tree, native plant within India. At the same time, Prosopis juliflora is an invasive plant. This plant is actually dominating all over the region, especially in the interior part of drier portion of India. Another plant is also very famous, lantana. Lantana also seen there, because lantana is also an invasive species. This is also taken by British people during the time of colonization, and this plant has invaded into the nature, and now it is dominating all over India. Most of the wildlife sanctuaries of India is dominated with this particular plant. Okay, so the sanctuary is home to diverse fauna, including golden jackal. It's a very important predator. Striped hyena, again, Indian crested porcupine, yes, civets, jungle cats, snakes, monitor lizard, and mongooses. Okay, it hosts varieties of wildlife, especially wildlife which is in the verge of extinction from the particular area, because this region is very industrialized, having a lot of environmental issues. Okay, so you will get a question like this. Yeah, it's a question in 2018, UPSC 2018 preliminary examination question. In which one of the following the states the Pakui Wildlife Sanctuary is located? So, regarding your preliminary examination, protected areas are very important. See, this question has been asked in the preliminary examination of 2018. So, Pakui Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which state? So, it's a direct question. Only if you know the answer, if you know that particular fact, then only you can answer these kind of questions. So it's a purely location based question. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on protected areas like wildlife sanctuaries, tiger reserves, biosphere reserve, and of course national park. Yes, of course, Ramsar sites too. So these are all very important location based questions. You will get a lot of questions from this. Okay, yes, don't read all the sanctuary. You can't do that. It is impossible. It is almost impossible, because there are almost more than 500 wildlife sanctuaries are there, more than 50 tiger reserves are there, more than 106 national parks are there. So you don't need to focus on all the wildlife sanctuary located in India. You should focus on the major protected area that comes in news. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's move on. Next comes another protected area in your newspaper. Yes, Bardha Wildlife Sanctuary. Bardha Wildlife. It's not Bhadra. Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary or Bhadra River, Reserve Forest is located in Karnataka. It is Bardha. Okay. So Bardha, after Gir, Bardha Wildlife Sanctuary proposed as a second home for Asiatic lions. So for the last 1 or 2 decades, environment ecologists are continuously telling us to change, so translocate some lions, Asiatic lions, from Gir forest to some other protected area. Earlier, we planned to translocate some Asiatic lions to Kuno Wildlife Sanctuary, Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary. You already know that Kuno Palpur is the place where cheetahs were introduced from Namibia. The program is almost failed, but now the government is actually proposed to translocate some of the lions to a place called Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. Barda Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located within, yes, of course, within Gujarat. Okay, so Barda Wildlife Sanctuary spans across districts of Porbandar and Jamnagar in the state of Gujarat. Okay, that's it. So it is located within the state. Earlier, there was continuous pressure from ecologists telling that this Asiatic lions should be translocated to some of the places of Madhya Pradesh, like Nauradehi Wildlife Sanctuary, or maybe, Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary of Madhya Pradesh and all. But it was not, came into action. That's what Gujarat itself came with a proposal plan to translocate this lions within their state, called Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. So please focus on it. Earlier, we had the same question in last 2 years ago for your preliminary examination. Cheetahs were going to be introduced in which wildlife sanctuary? It was actually proposed. Wildlife sanctuary was Kuno Palpur Sanctuary. So Barda is considered to be the translocation place of rehabilitation place of Asiatic lions. Don't forget, these lions are very less. It is endemic. These animals are seen only in Gujarat. It is an endemic animal of Gir forest. So if any kind of pandemic, any kind of epidemic, any diseases affects this kind of animals, the entire population may die. And it happened 2 years ago, in 2018-20 period. This lions got affected by canine distemper virus, CDV. So a lot of lions got killed. Sick lions got died because of this canine distemper virus. So it's a virus which transmitted from kennels and all to wildlife. So Asiatic lions were died during that time. So that's what Gujarat, the government itself proposed a new plan to translocate Asiatic lion as soon as possible. Okay, if any kind of disease, virus, or any kind of anything happens, we will lose the only place of the home of Asiatic lions in the world. Okay, so Barda Wildlife Sanctuary spans across the district of Porbandar and Jamnagar of Gujarat. Two main rivers are Bileshwari River and Jogri River. Two dams are located here. So these are the dams. Yes, it's actually Kambala and Fudara. And yeah, plant species. These are the fauna or plants we used to see in this sanctuary. Other wildlife includes leopard, hyena, wild boar, wolf, jackal, blue bull. Blue bull is nothing but nilgai. Don't forget nilgai, the very big antelope, as well as rare and endangered birds like spotted eagle and crested hawk eagle and all. So it already houses varied flora and fauna. So it will be an ideal habitat for Asiatic lions as well. That's it. So this is all about, yes, Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. Don't forget about its location. So here you can see Gir National Park somewhere here. Okay, so we are actually transmitting this into Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. So these are some of the protected areas of Gujarat. Kutch Bustard Sanctuary. This is Narayan Sarovar Sanctuary. This is the Kutch Desert Wildlife Sanctuary. This is the sanctuary we are going to translocate this lion into, Barda Wildlife Sanctuary. And this sanctuary is also famous, Purna Wildlife Sanctuary, Shulapaneshwar Wildlife Sanctuary and all. Okay, don't forget. Let's move on. We are moving to the next place in news. Doklam Plateau. Doklam Plateau was in news 2-3 years ago regarding Chinese tension, India-Chinese tension over this region. This Doklam, this particular region, again came into news this year, 2023. See, Bhutan and China hold their 25th round of boundary talks. This region is actually now located in the nation Bhutan, in the country Bhutan's territorial region. So this Doklam Plateau is very near to our chicken neck of India, that is Siliguri corridor. It is actually east of Sikkim. It is located on the eastern side of Sikkim, or you can say it is the north of this West Bengal region. So it is actually located north of Siliguri corridor of India, very near to the strategic location, that is Siliguri corridor. Siliguri corridor, which is known as the chicken neck of India. It's a strategic location. Why? Because this narrow neck connects India's mainland with the northeastern states of India. Okay, so actually this Doklam Plateau is now a part of Bhutan. So they actually made 25th round of boundary talks because China is claiming this region as theirs. Okay, so located at the tri-junction of India, that is Sikkim, our state is Sikkim, which is very near, and China's Tibetan region and Bhutan. So it's located in the tri-junction. Not only Doklam, some areas of this region, some particular points of this region is very famous. For example, Chumbi Valley, Doklam Plateau, these are all very famous. See, Doklam is strategically located close to Siliguri corridor. We already discussed this thing, chicken neck of India, because it connects mainland India with the northeastern region of India. Doklam Plateau plans 269 square kilometers and provides strategic view of Chumbi Valley. I told you there is a place called the Chumbi Valley. It's a part of China right now. It is administered by China right now. So the Chumbi Valley is very near to India's border. China claims ownership of the Doklam Plateau. That's what they made a talk. 25th round of talk happened 2 months, 1 month ago. So that's what it was in news recently. Okay, that's it. Clear? Let's move on to the next place in news, that is from Pakistan, called Balochistan. Okay, Balochistan. Balochistan, the context is contention over expulsion of illegal Afghan immigrants from the southwestern province of Pakistan. In Pakistan, we have 4 provinces. 4 provinces are there, and 2 autonomous regions are there. Recently, Gilgit-Baltistan, that is POK region of India, has been proposed or notified as the autonomous region administered by Pakistan in 2021 during the time of pandemic. They made this decision during by Imran Khan government, and we made a lot of talks in United Nations Assembly, condemning this issue. Condemning this notification. So anyway, 4 provinces are there. Balochistan is one of the provinces of Pakistan. It is the south and southwestern region of Pakistan, which borders with the Arabian Sea. Okay, so this is the context regarding Balochistan recently in news. So contention over expulsion of illegal Afghan immigrants, especially on the time of takeover of Afghanis government by Taliban. A lot of people migrated from Pakistan to some of the regions of Pakistan like Pakhtunkhwa, then Balochistan and all. So that's what a lot of immigrants came from Pakistan. Balochistan is the largest among the 4 provinces in Pakistan. I told you 4 provinces are there. This is the biggest one. It has rich source of natural gas and oil because Gulf of Oman is very near. So this region hosts some of the richest region of gas, natural gas and oil, crude oil. So world's largest deep sea port, Gwadar. You may heard about the port called Gwadar. It's a strategic port of Pakistan in the border between Pak and Iran. Okay, so this port is actually made by collaboration with the China. China made this port for Pakistan for a seamless movement of ships and all. So Gwadar port is located in Pakistan. So it causes a lot of problem to India. For example, China made this port, and China has the access to this port, and it comes under the string of pearls theory of China. So it's very near to India's western frontier, and that's what we made another port very near to Gwadar port. Yeah, Gwadar port is somewhere here, and we made the port in Iran called Chabahar. This is the port made by India in Iran recently. To counter Gwadar port, we made this port. Okay, don't forget. So let's move on. Yes, it is the world's deep sea port Gwadar. It is located in Balochistan province, being developed by China as part of their string of pearls theory, surrounding India with its string of ship ports. So Quetta is the capital of Balochistan province. It is populated with ethnic Baloch people. Different ethnicity can be seen there. Within Pakistan, you have a lot of tribes. Baloch is one among them, ethnic group of Pakistan. Okay, so this is the news regarding Balochistan. You must focus this kind of points, places that comes in newspaper, current affair, compilation, and all. So this is a question, very connected with these kind of places comes in news. What is the importance of developing Chabahar port by India? In 2017, we got this question. It's a previous year question from 2017. So the same thing that I have discussed here. Okay, so that is the these are the questions. I mean, yes, a question came in 2017 UPSC preliminary examination regarding this same region. Chabahar port, I told you Chabahar port is in the Iran's region, that is very near to Balochistan, near to Pakistan border. It is made by India. So the question was, what is the importance of developing Chabahar port by India? So this was the question. So you will get this kind of question frequently. So location based questions are a must one in preliminary examination. So you must focus on this kind of areas, global areas with global or strategic importance to India and all. That's it. So we are moving to the last place in news, Kaziranga National Park. It's a very famous national park. It's a national park, and another one is it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So Kaziranga National Park, located in the state of Assam. We already know that. It is very famous. Which is the most famous animal in Kaziranga National Park? Yes, as you can see here, rhinoceros. Nothing but one-horned rhinoceros. Okay, one-horned rhinoceros. You can see different kinds of rhinoceros all over the world, especially in Africa, Sumatran region and all. But in India, you have a very particular, the biggest among them, called one-horned rhinoceros. It has only one horn on their snout. So a lot of people are actually, a lot of hunters are coming into Kaziranga forest to hunt this animal for their horns, because these horns has medicinal value, and it has a lot of value in, especially in illegal Chinese markets like Wuhan market and all. They can easily sell these items. So it is considered as it's a very important animal regarding wildlife conservation in India. Okay, so this primitive, what is the context? The primitive spear has been added to the list of killers of the greater one-horned rhino in Kaziranga National Park and the Tiger Reserve. Okay, Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. So it is actually a tiger reserve too. So you can see tiger too. You can see a lot of animals here because of the diverse vegetation. On the other side, you can see forest. On this side, especially on the banks of river Brahmaputra, you can see a lot of grasses. This grass is also very famous, very tall grasses. These grasses are called elephant grass, because this grass is very tall, and even the elephants can hide behind them. And this grass is very important regarding your Indian geography. Why? Because this region is called the Terai region. So grasslands of India, located on the plains of the river Brahmaputra, Ganga and all, is called Terai grassland. It is a grassland with international importance because it hosts varieties of wildlife. Why? Because I told you a lot of grass can be seen here. It attracts herbivores. Of course, it will attract predators too. So you can see that ecological balance, the food chain goes like that. Okay. So Kaziranga is very famous. So hunting, poaching is very high there. Forest department, government of India, like the agency WCCB, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, is constantly doing some efforts to, check this kind of poaching and hunting. So Kaziranga National Park is renowned Indian national park located in the northern part of country in the state of Assam. We already studied. Uh, it recognized for the unique natural environment. That's what it's a UNESCO heritage site. UNESCO heritage site. It is honored by UNESCO as UNESCO heritage site in 1985, and it's identified as an important bird area by BirdLife International. It's a NGO, BirdLife International Society. The park is home to varieties of migrating, resident, and resident bird species. And it also hosts tigers, so hence it is a tiger reserve too. Okay. Situated on the banks of Brahmaputra River, Kaziranga is famous for 4 species. I told you rhino, yes, elephant, Royal Bengal tiger, and of course you can see another animal called Asiatic water buffalo. It's an endangered animal according to red list. Okay, don't forget it's an endangered animal according to red list of IUCN. Red list of IUCN. Don't forget. Spanning diverse landscape, the park features tropical moist deciduous forest. I told you, you can see varied vegetation here. Tropical semi-evergreen forest, tall grasses, elephant grasses, open jungle and short grasses making vital conservation area in that particular northeastern region. Okay, so it's an region with a high ecological importance. Don't forget. So these are the news came in the last week. So please focus on news, places in news, because the place will you will get a location based question frequently in preliminary examination. So we'll be following every week. So please do watch. Thank you all of you.